Welcome to an issue of Western Wisconsin Journal, and we're here today to talk about RiverFest, which is coming up on July 20th and through the 24th of 2021. So we're looking forward to that event. We'll be here before you know it. We have with us today, I'm Jackie Bradham, and we have with us today Judy and Liz, and they will introduce themselves when we get further along. So I just wanted to do an overview of what RiverFest is. It is called RiverFest, a party with a purpose. And it is a 4-day celebration of the St. Croix River. And we are also trying to recognize the need to keep that river clean and beautiful. So one of the main events that we do every year and how this event got started was the annual river cleanup. So on Tuesday, July 20th, we do the annual river cleanup down at Lakefront Park and other parks around Hudson. So we start that event, that's the core event, and it kind of kicks off the whole event for us. And one of the things we do during that river cleanup is take all that trash that's collected and create a new dress, skin, for Scrappy, who is a sculpture that we had made for RiverFest. And he's kind of our mascot, Scrappy the splashing bass. And we have Liz here. Maybe she can talk a little bit more about what Scrappy is and how much fun it is to work with him.
Sure, thanks, Jackie. So I'm Liz Malanafi, and during the week, I do a summer camp, art and science camp for the Phipps Center for the Arts. And we take some kayaks, we go out on the river with the kids. We do the cleanup, we're part of the cleanup. And then we take all of the trash that was found, or some of the trash that was found, the stuff that we can use, and we fashion the newest skin for Scrappy, the splashing bass. And typically it's made out of a lot of cans and a lot of bottles, plastic bottles. And then we always have some really interesting items. We usually have a pair of underwear and some towels and beach toys. And so the kids and I that are in the class, we take all of the trash and we kind of create almost like a fabric, and that with zip ties, and we put it all together and we drill holes and stuff. And we put it all over Scrappy. And then we usually do a seek and find so that when Scrappy is in parades or when he's at different events, there's a little seek and find that goes with him. So I think we've been doing this for maybe 6 or 7 years already, probably. We did it last year, even through the pandemic, it was all outside. We were able to do it outside. And so every year we're kind of hopeful that we find less and less trash for Scrappy. And we joke around about how some year it would be really great if he just was naked and he didn't have any trash on him at all. But I don't know if that's ever going to happen. And I think what's cool about it to me is when we do this river cleanup, I talk with the kids a lot about how this river and what's in it really connects with the rest of the world, because it connects to the Mississippi, which connects to the Gulf of Mexico. So when there's a plastic bottle in our river, it could easily end up in the ocean. And so we really talk a lot about that and the importance of cleaning up around our St. Croix River Valley to keep that river clean. And Scrappy is a great visual for people to see just in 1 day's cleanup or 2 days cleanup, how much is still out there that we need to take care of. So, and it's very fun. It's fun to create Scrappy for sure. The kids take a lot of pride in it. So.
Yeah, he's always fun and interesting. And some of the fun things that have been found and made it their way to Scrappy are kind of entertaining.
Yes, very. And we'll be on the north lawn of the Phipps. We'll be right by the Phipps Center for the Arts. And last year people stopped by that were not even in the class and took a little time and looked at everything and put some of the stuff on. So look for us out there. That's where we'll be probably Tuesday through Friday. We'll be working probably almost every day on it. So just check it out, come by and take a look at it.
Yeah. So the river cleanup, for those of you that want to participate in that, it starts at 10 o'clock at the Hudson Band Shell and down in Lakefront Park. So we meet there, and from there go along the riverfront and picking up trash. And when we're finished with that, we go down to the south end of the park to Picnic Point. And down at Picnic Point is where Scrappy will be that day during those events, but he gets moved over to you said the north side of
I think that's where we're going to do it. Yeah.
That's where most of the work will be done on him. So that'll be fun to watch. And so if you're interested, on Tuesday, July 20, that's the 20th, right? At 10 o'clock, meet us at the Hudson Band Shell and come help keep that river clean.
We'll be there.
Yep. And following that, the volunteers that work picking up trash and litter down at the riverfront are invited to a complimentary lunch for the volunteers. And then at 11:30, we have another fun event, especially the kids love this one, and that's the Carpenter Nature Center brings the animals of the St. Croix, and Jesse does a wonderful job just sharing with the kids, these animals that share our ecosystem and how important keeping the river clean is for not only humans, but the animals too. So that begins at 11:30 down at Lakefront Park Picnic Point. That evening, Tuesday, we have Tricia and the Toonies do an environmental fun puppet show. So this is definitely one where you bring the kids along and, picnic basket, whatever, blanket, and that one starts at 6:30 at the Hudson Band Shell. So I don't know, have you ever seen that one, Liz or Judy? Have you been to that?
I have seen that once upon a time. This is at least maybe the fourth year that they've been coming, third, fourth year.
Yep.
I don't know what happened last year, but I have seen them. It's great fun.
There's a video recording of them. So if you go out on the website, which is stcroixriverfest.org, and check out, there's also on the bottom of the events page, there's a list of all the videos that you can watch from last year. And Tricia and the Toonies did our Riverfest theme song. So we actually have a theme song for Riverfest that Tricia created for us. And they do, there's that video is still out there available for viewing. And it's also connected to the River Channel's YouTube channel. So all of the old Riverfest videos are there. So you can watch those and enjoy that. If you want to get a sneak peek at Tricia and the Toonies. And then the puppet show will be Tuesday evening, and that will be, like I said, that's a fun one for the kids. Yeah, it'll be fun to see.
And Jackie, that is rain or shine. And yes, if we always hope that sort of the clouds smile on us and part their ways the week of Riverfest. But should it rain on that Tuesday evening, that event will happen in the library.
Okay.
So that's a rain or shine event.
Oh, awesome. So that brings us to Wednesday. And on Wednesday evening, there is a evening prairie hike at the Carpenter Nature Center's Wisconsin Trail campus. So that's off East Cove Road. We have, I believe, Missy Sparrow is coming back. She's a prairie and plant specialist from the DNR. And then we have Jen from the Carpenter Nature Center. And both of those will be taking on a hike. She look out for plants and birds and animals and see all kinds of interesting things. Kind of fun to go with the people that actually know what all those things are. So that's a pretty bird. But it's kind of nice to go with someone that actually is knowledgeable and can share all the wonderful things that you can find out there in the prairie. So that's what we have in line for Wednesday.
And now, Jackie, to make another plug for Wednesday evening, I do believe that we're going to have some one or two door prizes.
Yep.
That evening, we've got some autographed books about pollinators. And of course, that's an absolutely perfect quote unquote door prize because Carpenter Nature Center is just I suspect that night you're going to see an awful lot of butterflies, maybe some bees. And so join that group, put your name into the hat, and maybe you'll win a nice door prize.
And that one, we are asking people to register for it. So if you go to the website, again, that's stcroixriverfest.org. And there's a phone number on there. If you look it up on the calendar of events, you can find that, and just give them a call, just so we know how many people to expect. So Thursday is another big day for Riverfest, and I'm going to have Judy talk a little bit about the events happening on Thursday.
Okay, thanks, Jackie. My name is Judy Freund, as Jackie said earlier, and I've been involved with the Riverfest organization, I think, since year one. And I, in no way, shape, or form do I, in any way, even though I've been involved a long time, really, Jackie and Evie, and along with Buck Malik, they're the folks, Evie Norburn, they're the folks that really are the engine that makes this all happen. So they deserve a lot of kudos. I have a prop with me. This is kind of a river stick bubble wand. And so this reminds me of all the sort of aspects that are involved in the Thursday late afternoon evening event. You know, the first year that Riverfest happened, we realized that there are so many nonprofits or individuals who are working with nonprofits who really understand that the St. Croix is just really a defining resource for our community in Hudson. And from maybe the second or third year, we started inviting those nonprofits to gather at Lakefront Park an hour to an hour and a half before the concert. Like all of the concerts at Lakefront Park on Thursday evening, this one begins at 7, goes till about 8:15, 8:30. But from 6 o'clock, 5:45, come on down and visit with folks who really understand the importance of the river and who are invested in trying to make a difference and to raise awareness, to educate, as well as to do sort of things here and there that are helpful to the river. So because we're encouraging people to come down, we always think about what are fun activities that we could have for children, because of course we want families to come. So this year, we're going to have a gentleman called, I don't know, I call him Mr. Bubble. I even think I can get some bubbles. You know? There you go. So Mr. Bubble will create bubbles that are enormous, a lot larger than the ones that I'm blowing with this wand. However, we're going to have river sticks, which of course are pretty appropriate for our river. They're gathered along the side of the St. Croix. We've cleaned them, sanded them. So we'll have river sticks, and then we're going to fix a bubble wand. So actually, we're not going to do it. Children are going to be able to fix a bubble wand. This one's shaped like a heart. I'll talk about that in a minute. We'll have the Boy Scouts who'll help kids do that, and then they'll get a Dixie cup with some bubble solution in it, and away they go. So bring the kids, it'll be great fun. And of course, Mr. Bubble makes these huge, ginormous bubbles. I mean, I'm just infatuated to see what they're gonna be looking like. So come on down at 6 o'clock, an hour preceding the concert, and have a little fun with your family and learn a little bit about the nonprofits that'll be presenting there. The heart, you know, first of all, of course, it's a really cool thing to fix to a river stick, but you could have an oval or a circle or anything. But when the committee started to talk about Riverfest 2021, it really was obvious that it takes on new meaning. It takes on new significance. I think over the past year, we've all come to understand the importance of the environment. to individuals and to families. Those of you who had an opportunity to go out to Willow River State Park, to Kinnickinnick State Park, to come out to the Carpenter Nature Center Wisconsin campus, or wherever you went, the outdoor environment was full of people. They needed it to fill their soul. So it really speaks to the importance of this RiverFest celebration. Just over this past weekend, of course, it was amazing how many people came out to celebrate the 4th of July on the St. Croix River. So we realize that it takes on added significance. So we looked for a broader theme beyond that the river is sort of our lifeblood. We landed on that lovely idea that the Chamber of Commerce has, We Heart Hudson. And so that's why we have the little hearts that'll be at the end of these bubble wands. We'll also have the mural that we've done in the last couple of years. For 2 years, I think Jim Knudsen-Koladsna came down, did a beautiful mural that speaks to the spiritual importance of the river to Native peoples. We're going to use a heart this year, and we'll have the river as a part of that mural as well. We'll be inviting people to come up and to write down affirmations about what the river has meant to them and how important it's been to them over this last year. So this idea that we heart Hudson, we heart the river, we're going to kind of extend that theme a bit during that evening on the 22nd of July. In meeting with Maestro Chris Chernahoy, who is the director of the St. Croix Community Band, she's picked up on this theme of joy. And so we're going to find that the music it always is uplifting. But again, it's going to continue on this theme that we really have a lot to celebrate. We're part of coming back, regaining our balance. It might be in very different ways. Even when I say coming back, whatever back looks like, but regaining our balance, thinking about what's really important to us in the community. So that's what this Thursday evening celebration is going to be all about. So we really hope that you'll take some time and come out and join us. Again, this is, it's a rain or shine event. There's been at least 1 year that we've had to retreat to the beautiful auditorium in Bethel Church downtown. But the nonprofit exhibition went on, the painting of the mural continued, the music continued. But again, we're going to hope that we're going to be fortunate enough in 2021 that the evening is going to be perfect. So come on down 6 o'clock. Bring your kids, have some fun, learn about all the efforts that are and energy that's put toward making sure that the river remains one of our defining and wonderful resources in our community. Listen to music. It's going to be a fun evening.
It should be a great evening for everyone. So yeah, and I would also mention that the St. Croix Valley Community Concert is always a very popular one. So if you want a good spot, come early. Stop by and see those booths and get your bubble wands and get ready for the event. So that should be a great event, and we just hope the weather cooperates with us. So it should be a fun evening. The next event we have coming up is on Friday, July 23rd. We have the yoga in the park, and we have Ellie Merrick from Saranda will be leading a yoga session, and it's kind of like fun is welcome, whether you're experienced or not. Just come a little bit early, a little before noon, and I believe they're meeting down behind the band shell. And so you get to have yoga out there right by the river. It's a very beautiful place to be doing your yoga, and all levels are welcome. Just bring your own mat or towel and some water and come join us. And then I think Saturday is the wrap-up event. That's the last day, so that's Saturday, July 24th. And that will be the Native American celebration. And Abby has been working aligning up a program for us for that. We have the Chippewa Indians of Wisconsin will bring their trails dance troupe, which they've been, oh gosh, I'm trying to think how many years they've been coming. We used to, I think originally we had them down at Picnic Point, which is the south end of the park, and we've since moved them up to the Bandshell area just because it's a bigger event, and we're trying to make a full day of that. Well, full day, I shouldn't say. It's more like from noon to 4, so a few hours of that. So in addition to them, we have another group that's new to Riverfest that we've not had, and that's the Native Pride Dancers. They will be also be performing. So it'll be interesting to see the new group and the new offerings that they have. The Chippewa tribe, when they come, they usually do the drumming and singing and regalia. They have different dances that they perform and explain what these different dances mean and what's the background behind them. So that's always entertaining. Additionally, we should have Native American arts and craft booths and Native American food by Lisa Mose. She was there 2 years ago. And so fry bread and other Native American food will be available for sale throughout that afternoon. And then
So
hopefully, yep.
Not every Jackie, I'm sorry, but I think one of the events that I recall is that Native American sort of Saturday has really grown over the years because it's been proven to be quite popular. And it is because of that that we've gone from a event, like you said, that was originally at Picnic Point, and it's grown to now it's a Saturday afternoon event. And I think that, again, keeping with this whole sort of theme about joy and about sort of thinking about the year that we've all come through, this opportunity to have a glimpse into the life and the way someone from different cultures organizes their lives is so valuable. And it's such an important part, really an important part, again, of what this whole idea that it's to celebrate and yet to acknowledge what we've come through in the last year. So I think it's just really a wonderful and beautiful culminating event for Riverfest for a whole variety of reasons.
You are correct. It's usually the wrap-up event and always an enjoyable afternoon to watch and, like you said, to learn more about other cultures. And I guess the only thing I'd like to add is that just these kind of events couldn't happen without community support. And we have a major event sponsor this year returning, and that's Norlake. I think this is the 3rd or 4th year that they've been the major sponsor, event sponsor. And then premier sponsors are the Sustain Hudson and Surrenda. And we have supporting and investor sponsors also. And you can go to the website and look up the partners and sponsors. The sponsors are there helping us financially with this to promote these events, but there's also a lot of partner organizations. And to me, that's one of the best things about Riverfest is the sheer amount of organizations that are involved with making this event happen, that participate in one way or another to make this event successful. So please go to stcoreyriverfest.org and to the sponsor page to see who our partners and sponsors are, and also go to that events page and see the complete schedule and all the details about all of the events that are happening. So let's see if we missed anything. We gave that just the other thing is check out the videos. So if you want to get a feel for what Riverfest was like, some of those past videos the Carpenter Nature Center animal videos, I think we've even got a foraging video out there. So lots of fun videos to see. And we have to give a big shout out to the River Channel for all the help they are doing with programs like this and programs that they help put together for RiverFest. So anything else?
I would just add that the website for RiverFest is becoming quite robust, and we're in the process of preparing some videos and uploading videos. And even if they're not on the website by the week of RiverFest, earlier this year there was a Nibby Walk. And there were, in fact, I believe, Liz, you participated in the Nibby Walk, and I did. And there'll be some images, video put together with images of the Nibby Walk, which is really heartfelt and very touching. We're working, particularly Saranda's advocating for a video that addresses, so what is the health of the river? You look at it, hey, it looks fine out of my window, but what is happening that we should be joyful, and what is happening that might cause us concern? So we'll be putting up a video on the health of the river. So, and maybe that's one of the benefits of last year. A lot of information and links to information is now available on the RiverFest website. Thanks to Jackie, by the way.
Alrighty, Liz, we're looking forward to seeing you and Scrappy at RiverFest. Just a couple more weeks, get that river cleaned up, which is a big important job, and then have fun with Scrappy.
Yep, we will.
Alrighty. So I think that's about it for RiverFest, and come on, join us for the event. We're looking forward to it. Thank you. Bye.